Right. Please say it 3 times together. Sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu, sadhu. Once again, good evening to everyone. So, on this day too, all of us join here to practice this noble practice of meditation. So, each and every day that we practice, it counts because it goes from our life. So, as I always mention, yeah, you can see. Each and every day, we need to understand they are passing by. Any moment that you pass, you can't bring it back. Even though you use 1,000 elephants, you can't drag it back. It is something which is passing. Whatever passed, it's past. So in this life, so most of our lifetime we dedicate to collect material things. But the very first thing that you let go is all your material things. Then you dedicate more time for the people around. Then those people only can come up to your burial ground and you have to let them go too. So it doesn't mean you should not collect material things. You should not associate people. So you have to give your time for that. But at the same time, you have to develop whatever the time left. You have to dedicate as much as possible for your practice. Because the thing that you bring with you at the end is the positive mind that you develop, positive side that you develop in your mind, and the negative side that you develop in your mind. So you have to do it like that. So as much as time possible that you should determine to dedicate for your spiritual practice. So so the newcomers, as usual, they are instructed to practice breathing meditation. So sharing, you can, if you like, you can start Vipassana today. If not, you can start in the next time. So the new meditators, they are instructed to practice breathing meditation. So what you need to do is, you have to observe your breath when it is coming in. Don't go all the way inside. Just observe up to the level, to the end of your nostrils. And then let it go in. When it comes back, it will touch the very same area and it will go outside. So just observe as it is. If it is gross, if it is soft, if it is long, if it is short, let it be so. Just observe the breath as it is. So that's what you need to, that's how you will practice breathing meditation. And during the Vipassana time, please don't practice, during the Vipassana meditation, all students practice Vipassana meditation, you are instructed to continuously practice breathing meditation. So because Vipassana needs more concentration and more patience and more ability to sense things. So for a beginner, it's hard to practice Vipassana at once. So you have to develop gradually, just like a baby develops gradually. You have to develop your concentration first, and then time comes for your practice of Vipassana. So very patiently, please start practicing breathing meditation first, and then gradually let's start practicing Vipassana. So Vipassana meditators, there are three kinds of three natures of negativity that we face when we practice. Now you might have realized this. So the negativities are just like the nature of a cobra, right? So what happens to the cobra is like, so first, it doesn't bite at once. So first of all, most of the times, so it rests. Then what happens? There comes a person or an animal close to it. Then it hears the sound and it so keeps it hood up, and it observes the background, right, the surrounding. And then after that, if it feels that it is a dangerous object, that means something dangerous to it, it is bound to go and attack. The negativities are the same. They have 3 stages. First stage is the sleeping time. So this is a nature which happens throughout our life, each and every moment. So first nature is sleeping nature. It is called as the stage of anusaya, the sleeping nature. So until an object comes to the front to your surrounding area, those negativities sleep. Then let it be a good object according to you, a comfortable object for you, uncomfortable object for you, or neutral object for you. When it comes to the front of you, then that is the time that you observe first. It is similar to the stage of the cobra, that it keeps its hood up and observe the background. And then the cobra, so just like the cobra, if it is a neutral thing, then you don't go to react. But if it is a comfortable thing or an uncomfortable thing, you are bound to attack. That nature is that second nature. So keeping the hood up, according to the Buddha's word, that situation is called as, that nature is called as pariyutthana. So anusaya, sleeping time, pariyutthana, keeping the hood up time, and then third one is vyatikamana, attacking time. So you have this third nature. Whenever the object is comfortable or uncomfortable according to you, then you start attacking. So this nature happens every day. And since we have a lot of negativities inside, each and every moment we face this nature. Let's say if you feel this teaching is good, then you like it, right? It's also an attack. So that's a good attack. That's fun. So if it is if you don't like this teaching, so you feel distressful. So you feel uncomfortable, right? So that is another kind of attack, negative way, right? So there are these kinds of attacks throughout our life. What you are trying to do is you are going to change that nature. So we try to reduce. We try to reduce the. First of all, we try to let go as much as negativities that are sleeping inside us. And at the same time, for the remaining negativities, with our concentration, with our wisdom, we reduce the time as much as possible that they keep their hoods up, right? And then, so we try to reduce the time of attack, right? That's what you are training through Vipassana meditation. So as much as you practice, you will be able to master those abilities. As much as you can master those abilities inside you, then you will have more and more peace within your life, more and more happiness within your life. So with that intention to get away of the negativity that as much as possible, that are sleeping, and to reduce the times of keeping your foods up, and to reduce the times that times of attacking. Please practice very ardently. And please keep these 3 stages in mind too, right? So now, with that understanding, we are going to start today's meditation. So for Vipassana meditation, I taught to observe from the top of your head. So to start observing from the top of your head, and gradually then you were asked to observe the front portion, right, as a whole. Then after that, I asked you to observe the back portion, then right ear, left ear, then the forehead. Then after that, so the eyebrows, eyelids, then after that, then your nose, right cheek, left cheek, then after that, upper lip, then lower lip, right, and then chin. Then back portion of your neck, front portion of your neck, back portion of your neck, right? Then we started the second step of Vipassana too. Then we started observing not only those areas, the shoulders too. So the hands. We started with the shoulder and biceps, then elbow, front arm, then after that your wrist, then so upper palm, lower palm, then right fingers. You will observe the very same way your left hand, right? Shoulder, biceps, then elbow, upper arm, wrist, then after that, so upper arm, then wrist, upper palm, lower palm, and the fingers, right? Like that, keep on observing. And during the meditation time, please try to stay still. So make a very strong determination that during the meditation time, I won't change my posture. I will keep my posture straight, whatever it happens. So, and at the same time, I will keep on observing part by part with the utmost attention that I can pay. With the utmost attention that I can pay. I will give my entire attention, complete attention to each and every part, and I will observe the sensation. Whatever the sensations that you will observe, that you will feel, let it be coldness, let it be heat, let it be twinkling sensation, itching sensation, or pulsing sensation, blood circulating sensation, or whatever, hardness, softness, whatever it is. Let it be so. Just do your part. Observe. Observe and remind yourself. Remind yourself with wisdom that each and every sensation that we encounter, that sensation is impermanent, changing continuously. So with a very strong determination, keep on observing from top of your head to the tips of your left hand fingers. Tips of your left hand fingers. Right? Now everyone, please keep your back straight. Keep your neck straight. Head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. And now please close your eyes, not very tightly, not very loosely, to the extent that you can cover the outside scenes. Now please take a deep breath. Deep breath. Let it go and relax. First of all, I will pay our gratitude and respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Then after that, we are going to start. Please concentrate. Namo tase bhagavato arehato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arehato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arehato samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arehang samma sambuddho vinyacharana sampanno sugato lokamido anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattha deva manussanam muddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo Sangdittiko akaliko Ehi pasiko opanaiko Pachatang veditammo Vinyuhiti Supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samici patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang chattari purisa yugani Ate purisa puggala Ise bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuniyo pahuniyo Nakiniyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakitang lokasati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, attentive mind, balanced and very equanimous mind, very equanimous mind. Everyone, please start the meditation. If you are a beginner, as I mentioned, please start practicing breathing meditation. The old students, they are kindly requested to practice vipassana meditation. Please practice ardently. First of all, for the benefit of you, then for the benefit of all the people that you are associating, for the benefit of all the beings. Please start practicing vipassana. May your meditation be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Please start the meditation right now. now, very calmly, we are going to start loving kindness meditation. So newcomers or new meditators, if you want, if you can, if you would like to, if the posture is very painful, then you can change your posture. You can change your posture, but very slowly, very slowly. So all the other vipassana meditators, they will stay with the very same posture until we finish loving kindness meditation too. Let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings gradually. At first, for yourself, then for the parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Then towards the people in the middle. Then after that, towards the enemies, and finally for all the beings. Please spread your loving kindness towards yourself first. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards yourself first. Now let's spread loving kindness towards your parents, then relatives and friends. May my parents, may my teachers, may my relatives and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. Please spread loving kindness towards them. Now please spread loving kindness towards the people who are neutral. There are people who are not your friends. At the same time, who are not your enemies too. Let's spread loving kindness towards those neutral people. May all the people in the middle who are neutral, may they be well, may they be happy, may they be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards them. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards the enemies. First of all, we need to forgive them for the faults, for the wrongdoings of them. At the same time, if you have done any wrongdoing towards them to hurt them, please ask forgiveness by mind. And let's spread loving kindness towards the enemies. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful, very peaceful. Now, very compassionately, let's share our loving kindness with all the beings in the world. May all the beings in this whole world be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful, very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. Now slowly and calmly, please open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Now join your palms together and please say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu.
sadhu.
So, dear Dhamma friends, now gradually I think you are developing in Vipassana. And so sometimes your mind might wander away. So let's say you start observing from the top of your head, right? And you successfully observe front portion, okay? Then you start observing this portion. What happens is your mind wanders away. Then when it wandered away, there is a time that you realize, I think now it's quicker. So you realize that your mind has wandered away, right? When you come back, don't start once again from this point. Then you have to do it this whole day, because most of the times still your mind might wander away. So then start from this place, because this is the last place that you were standing on, observing on, right? So start from this area, and then later on too, again your mind might wander away when you're on your nose, right? Sometimes on your lips, on your chin, right? Whenever you wander away, whenever you realize that mind has wandered away, don't feel frustrated, don't feel disappointed, don't feel defeated. Come back. Come back and start from the very place that you were observing on for the last time, right? That's how you got to practice. And then at the same time, Let's say sometimes you successfully uh, observe so this whole upper area, and then when you come to your lower area, right, your shoulders, right, so at once you can't observe anything. At such times, what you need to do is, it is fine if you can feel the touch of your cloth, right? If you can feel the touch of your cloth, that is also sensation. So observe and feel and understand that this sensation is also impermanent and move on, right? And then sometimes you might so you might not feel any sensation in certain areas if that area is open for the air, and if you can feel the touch of the air, right, if you can feel the touch of the air and observe it, I feel in this particular area, I feel the touch of the air, and observe and continue, right? So first of all, please try to feel the sensation. If not, please wait for like 10 seconds. That's it. 10 seconds. Then try to feel such kind of a sensation. If you don't feel, that's fine. Move on. Okay. So always try to keep the balance of mind, and don't force yourself that, oh right, within this area I must feel certain kind of a sensation. If you do like that, then what will happen is you will break the balance of your mind. So don't crave. You are here to stop craving. Don't start developing craving instead, right? So keep on observing part by part, very patient. Let your patience rock the bottom, touch the bottom. Let your ability to sense rock, feel the bottom, go to the bottom, right? Let your calmness hit the bottom, right? Keep on observing, very calm, very, very calmly, very, very patient. Then your those qualities will develop. At the same time, your mind will become sharper and sharper and sharper, right? Please do like that. So uh, so sometimes if something happened during the day, and if the mind is so cluttery, so that if the mind is so distracted, then stop vipassana for a moment. Go for breathing meditation for 1 or 2 minutes. You don't have to open your eyes and watch the clock with the 2 minutes have passed. So just for a little while, so observe the breath, and then then after that, when your mind is somewhat concentrated, then go back and start vipassana, right? So please practice like that. So today I'm going to teach you about the second noble truth. Second noble truth. Last week I taught you about the first noble truth. So what is the first noble truth? The noble truth about, yes, the noble truth about suffering within I, dissatisfaction. So that is the first noble truth. You have to keep those things in mind, because I'm not teaching these to have intellectual enjoyment. I'm teaching these things to understand and comprehend. So if you don't comprehend, if you don't really understand what is first noble truth, then you can't understand what is second noble truth. So first noble truth, it is there to develop parinya, according to Buddhist way. Parinya means comprehension. It is there to understand there is something like this in this world. So that all the beings face. So in brief, what is the first noble truth? So So birth brings dissatisfaction. And then after that, after birth, decay, nature of decay, it brings dissatisfaction and suffering. And then after that, so sickness, it brings dissatisfaction and suffering. And then death, phenomenon of death, it is common and it brings dissatisfaction and suffering continuously. And then after that, so whatever you wish, it doesn't happen. Something else happens. It brings also dissatisfaction and suffering. And then whatever you like, whatever you prefer, so you lose them. Let it be people or let it be things. So it brings dissatisfaction and suffering. And then whatever you don't like, maybe persons or things. So they come closer. You have to associate. It brings dissatisfaction and suffering. And finally, so whether you like it or not, you have to deal with the five senses, five aggregates. Sorry, not five senses, five aggregates. So five aggregates means you have to deal with the form, you have to deal with the signals, so sensations, signals, mental perceptions, and consciousness. So constant changing, rising and passing away of these five things. You have to deal with them. Let you be a Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, agnostic, atheist, so Asian, African, European, American, let it be anybody. Or let it be a human being, let it be an animal, let it be a small amoeba, let it be a Brahman, whoever it is, they have to deal with these natures. So there we have to understand, right, there is this nature. So that comprehension is very important. That is the first noble truth. So there is first noble truth is then there is there is a suffering, there is a dissatisfaction, right? So then you understand that first noble truth of suffering or dissatisfaction, right? So then number two, today we are going to learn what causes this suffering and dissatisfaction. So what causes this suffering and dissatisfaction? That's what we are going to learn today. I told you last week about a physician, a doctor. When a patient goes to the doctor checks the patient first and understand that he is sick, she is sick. That is the first thing that doctor should do. Then that doctor should understand, right, this person is sick because of this sickness, right? This is the root. And at the same time, that doctor should understand, oh, this is the cure for this. These are the medication to treat. So to treat this particular patient. And number four, there should be a procedure to treat. So in the same way, I told you last week, there's the noble truth of suffering, which is universal. And then there's universal cause for that too. So the cause of suffering. And then after that, I told you that there is there is a deliverance, there is a freedom that we can achieve from all the sufferings. And there is a path for the freedom, right? To obtain the freedom. To attain the ultimate peace, right? So these are the four noble truths. So, the cause of suffering is greed. We call it tanha. In Pali, we call it tanha. In Sanskrit, we call it trishna. whatever the word it is, nature is the same. You can say craving, tanha, or anything, but that is the nature. So it is the one which tempts us, tanha, or the craving, is the one which always tempts us to accumulate karmas again and again and again. So if we don't have craving, we don't do crimes. There are so many crimes in this world because there is craving. Craving for what? Craving for comfortable sensation. So hating for uncomfortable sensation without understanding their nature. We think comfortable sensations are mine. We think uncomfortable sensations are mine. We think neutral sensations are mine. So you always try to accumulate as much as comfortable sensations without understanding their nature. What is their nature? Impermanence. They are not in your control. They come and go. All the time they come and go. But since you are in craving, you have constant craving, so you want comfortable, you don't want uncomfortable. But whenever you start practicing vipassana, you understand. These sensations are not in my control. So whatever I do, how much comfortable sensations I get, finally, they have only one characteristic: impermanence. So you can do anything, but at the end, this is what happens. So the most important thing is keeping peace with all the sensations. You realize. If you are wise, you realize, right? Whatever the sensation it is, I have to keep peace with this one. It doesn't mean whenever comfortable sensations come, you don't endure. You like it. So, but at the same time, so you feel it, you let you feel it. Sometimes you will fail since you have a lot of concentration and you are aware of it. You will feel it more than the other people. That's one of the other dangers. So somehow that's good. At the same time, you have a tool. Even though you feel comfortable sensations more deeper than the other people, you have a tool not to break the balance of your mind. You understand whatever they are behind. So you don't crave. So since people don't understand this nature, not intellectual, so according to how they actually are, according to their in their real sense, in their real nature, what they do is they think these sensations are mine. These sensations are mine. So they keep on developing craving. And this becomes the cause of all the suffering and dissatisfaction. So there are three kinds of cravings that we develop. Number one, kama tanha. It is visible. That kama tanha is very visible. And you can observe it too. So kama means sensual pleasure, the things which bring sensual pleasure. There are 5 things which bring sensual pleasure. Number one, for the eye, the rupas. Rupas means forms, various kinds of forms. When you look outside, you have forms. You categorize it. Beautiful ones, ugly ones, neutral ones, like that. For the beautiful ones, you like it. You want it more and more. And you look at those again and again and again because you don't understand their real nature. So it's not bad to look at look at things. But we need to understand whatever we look at, they have the same nature, impermanent. They are also changing. My sight, it is also changing. This eye, it is also changing. The consciousness, which understand that I see, it is also changing. That's the truth that we don't know. But gradually through Vipassana, you understand. So then for the ear, sounds. Right? For the tongue, taste. Right? That's why you differentiate and discriminate the restaurant. Let's go to this restaurant. Oh, right, let's go. Let's go to that restaurant. No, I can't. But last time I went, their food was terrible. Their cook is terrible. I won't go. Right? Like that. So, taste. And then body, touch. You like certain kind of, certain kind of, right, certain kind of dresses you like, right? I like dresses with cotton. I don't like dresses with tetran. More tetran I don't like. More cotton I like, right? Like that. Because you like comfortable sensations. And there are many such kind of sensations. And then, then for the nose. So for the nose too, you like comfortable smells, right? That's why I don't know men, but especially women. I'm not going to discriminate, but this is the nature. So they go and they check various kinds of scents, items of scents, right? So this scent is so nice. I like it. So they buy that scent sometimes throughout the life, even though there are so many other scents they don't like. They only like that scent. That's fine. But somehow it happens because of this nature. We have craving for the smells. So there are five things which are called as karmas, which develop our sensual pleasures. They are the sights and the sounds and the smells, tastes and the touches. And then after that, there is another craving. So it is not visible. That is called as bhavatanha. Bhavatanha means the craving to live again and again and again. That means so you like to be born again and again and again. So that is also a craving. So then that's why beings are born sometimes here, sometimes somewhere else, sometimes in the human realm, sometimes in the animal realm, the very comfortable realms, uncomfortable realms, they travel. But the craving doesn't end. Wherever they go, they keep on observing the same things. But since they don't understand the reality of things, they keep on traveling for new things. But finally, they encounter the same sensation that they experience and they keep on craving. So, bhavatanha, that is the attitude. And vibhavatanha, some people think, oh, life is so much suffering. I don't like it. I should get rid of this. So, there are such kind of people too. That is also wrong. That is also another craving. So, there are these three kinds of craving in this world. So somehow the craving grows whenever there is comfort. In discomfort, craving doesn't grow. So craving always grows in comfortable things. And at the same time, craving doesn't end. Craving doesn't end. Your life might end, but craving doesn't end. That's what which brings you from this life to another life. So just like you know, so bleachers, right? So those in Asian countries we have that bleach, right? All right, leech. Sorry, leech. The leech. So it keeps one step here and the other step in another place. Just like that. At the last thought, craving tempts you. The craving pushes you to take another step in somewhere else. According to your karmas that you have multiplied, according to habits that you have multiplied, many reasons joining together. We take the other step to the next one. And then after that, when it ends, to another one. When it ends, to another one. That's why Buddha said, our body might decay, but in in um, in the people who don't know the real nature of things, the craving stays young. So even though the body is old, the craving, it stays always young. It stays always young. And whenever things go right, craving comes up and it grows. And whenever things go wrong, then you start developing lamentation, sorrow, then discomfort and peacelessness, unhappiness, all such kind of negativities with it, right? So this doesn't happen, all right, within only if it happens once a week or once a month, that's fine. But this is something which happens throughout the life, even right now, it's happened. So, so that is the nature of prayer. One of my Vipassana teachers, Going Kaji, he gives a very beautiful example. So there is a person who has a small shop. This person always thinks of having a bigger market. That's fine, but this person collects money as much as possible, and then finally this person could become capable to build a big market. And now he's having a lot of money. Now he thinks, so he has a general car. He thinks, oh, what is this car? This car is so old, I should buy a new one. So he throws it away and he buys a new one. And then after that, what happens? When he's going on the road, that person sees some kind of a car with a bigger brand. And this person buys that car. So, and then after that, when he's going with that car, then that person sees another car, which is a bigger brand than that. So he's not satisfied. He wants, oh, I don't need this one. What is this car? I want that car. Let's say that person sees a Tesla. He buys a Tesla. So this person buys a Tesla and he is driving. And on the way, he finds another beautiful Porsche car. And this person, what is this Tesla? I need a Porsche car. This person buys a Porsche car. And finally, he's craving influences this person to buy the best car. If you are capable, that's fine. But better if we can be satisfied with what we have. If whatever we have serves the purpose, and if we can become contented with that, you don't suffer much. Then what happens? Gradually, so when he's driving this car, he sees a helicopter. And this person thinks, what is? I'm so tired of driving on the road. I want that helicopter. Let's say this person buys the helicopter, craving the certain. When he's going on the helicopter, this person sees a, a Boeing 707. He thinks, oh, what is this helicopter? See, there is this Boeing 707. That is the best. Let me buy that. Let's say this person become capable to buy that, but craving doesn't mean. One day he hears from someone that in 1960s Neil Armstrong went to the moon. Then after that he thinks, oh, I'm tired of traveling with Boeing 707. Let me go to the moon. Since that day, he craves and so always he lives with peacelessness, planning to go to the moon. Even though that person goes to the moon, craving doesn't then he wants to go to the Mars, then from this galaxy to the next galaxy, and from that galaxy to the super galaxy, from the super galaxy to the cluster of super galaxies. But at the end, craving doesn't end. So gradually, we need to understand craving is something which always stay there and which grows. The more you develop satisfaction, the more you understand their root, right? The sensations. And when you live, understand the nature of sensation, you can at least live a contented life, a life with satisfaction. And at the same time, developing your practice, you will be able to get rid of this craving completely and have the utmost peace and utmost happiness. You are on the way. Work hard, diligently, and persistently with a lot of courage. That's it. Now, this is the time to finish. Now, everyone, please next. Together, all of us practice this noble technique of meditation and accumulated a lot of positive energy. Let's share all that positive energy, first of all, with all the sick people in the world, gaining this positive energy. May all of them recover very, very soon. May they be able to live their lives with comfort, with good health. May this positive energy be with all of you. By the power of this positive energy, may all your troubles be away. May all good things happen in your lives. May you be able to practice the Dhamma path very, very ardently, very, very ardently. And finally, eradicating all the negativities, developing all the positivities. May all of you be able to attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone, please join your palms calmly together and please concentrate. I'm going to give you a very small blessing and conclude. Abhivadana sinise niccang baddha pacaino Chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vache ato nibbana sampatti iminate samijjatu. May all of you be well. May all of you be happy. May all of you be very peaceful. Please say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good night to everyone. May all of you be well and happy. And see you in the next week, Friday. Secure. Secure. Right. All right. Good night, Miss Grace.
Yes, good night, Bante. You have a good evening.
All right. Thank you. Good night, Mr. Huad.
Thank you, Bante. Thank you for your loving kindness. Good night.
May you be happy. Good night, Jaime.
Good night, Bante. Thank you.
May you behave behind me. Good night, Mrs. Lin. Mrs. Lin, good night.